My name is Barry Ross, principal of Apprentice Academy High School, and I'm here today to provide you with a virtual parent information session along with my assistant principal, Mrs. Kelly Kenner. And we had several of these planned prior to the corona outbreak, but of course we weren't able to do that. But we still have a school year coming up next year, and we wanted to get the information out to those who still may be interested in applying to Apprentice Academy for next year, because we still have several ninth grade seats open. So that's who this presentation is targeted to, and plus anyone else who's interested to learn more about Apprentice Academy. Next, I'd like to talk to you about some of our key leaders at our school. Besides myself and Mrs. Kenner, there's our EC director, that's Mrs. Sarah Nolan. We have our facility director, that's Mr. Jimmy Gearhart. We have our mental health coordinator, that's Dr. Rebecca Capel, and our athletic director, Mr. Richard Kenner. Final key staff member is Mr. Jeffrey Jost. He is our school guidance counselor. So what's the mission of Apprentice Academy High School? The mission of Apprentice Academy High School is to provide students with a career and technology-focused education that prepares students for a post-secondary high school employment and delivers the academic rigor necessary for college success. So what does that mean? That means we prepare students for both. We prepare students for college, and we prepare students for high-paying careers after high school. Hey, and now I want to talk to you about some key dates to keep in mind. On August 13th and 14th, those will be half-day student orientation sessions where students will be learning about the culture of Apprentice Academy, what blended learning is about, and those sorts of things. So there'll be two half days. The 13th is a Thursday, and then the 14th is a Friday. And those again half days. And then on Monday, August 17th, everybody starts together for the first day of school. This is significant because many of our students, they take college courses at both SPCC and CPCC and some other places. So the mission of our school requires us to stay as close to the community college calendar as possible. It's not 100%, but it's very close. And one of the unique things about our dates that separates us from many other places is the fact that we start on August 13th, and our first semester we get out of school on when we get out of school in December, we're done with the first semester. So then when students return to school in January after the holiday break, we actually start the second semester. So what this means is there's no worry about retaining information for testing that comes after the holiday. So when you're home for the holiday, you actually get to enjoy the holiday. And this also means that our last day of school for the 2021 school year will be May 25th. So we do get out early, but you still have your 2 full months of vacation. Just the timing is a little different. But I think the fact that we get testing done before, when we get off a holiday is huge. And I'd like to talk to you now about what does the typical day or what is the routine of Apprentice Academy look like? Well, first let's start off when do students come to school and when do they leave? Our school day is a fairly long day. It's a 7.5-hour day. Students come to school from 8 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon, and then they get a half-hour lunch. So there's like 7 hours of instruction, and then the half hour for lunch. Another unique thing that separates Apprentice Academy from everyone else is our Friday schedule. Our Friday schedule is designed for students to be at school from 8 to 12:30, and then after 12:30 they get dismissed for the rest of the day. But our teachers, they remain in school for the afternoon because that is their time to collaborate, work with other teachers so that they can help design and personalize learning and assess where your students are. And another item that sets us apart from all other schools is our mission, which again is the work-based learning. In this case, we call it the pre-apprenticeship, or another term for that is youth apprenticeship. And what that means is when you're a student in high school, you get to earn while you learn. What that means is you actually get to go on a job site and as part of your school day and actually not only earn credit, but also earn earn a wage while you're there. And in addition to earning the wage, you're also learning about the job through what we call an apprenticeship. And what that means is an apprenticeship is where a student and an adult on the work side are working together side by side in a particular career field that interests the students. Okay, so for this youth apprenticeship or pre-apprenticeship, there's a few components to it. One is there's actual classroom instruction that's involved with it. There's what we call on-the-job training. And then, of course, in the end, there's what we call credentials or a certificate of some kind that you get when you work. So the classroom instruction is twofold. You get to earn and learn at the same time. So what that means is while you're in a classroom, when I say classroom, this is a career-oriented classroom, whether it be you want to be an electrician or a police officer or a chef, something like that. There's the formal classroom instruction, but on top of that, there's also the work part of it, and that's where the earning comes in. So that's what the apprenticeship is about. That's where you're actually getting paid while you're learning, and the pay part comes through the on-the-job training part. Now, not every career or profession will do it the same way. So, and how it typically works is our career training really doesn't start until the 11th grade, usually the 11th or 12th grade, and it all depends on the employer. Some employers may want a student both years, every day as much as they can get him for the 11th or 12th grade. Then there'll be some employers, they may only want the students the summer between the junior and senior year. And then there's some employers may only want the student for a couple of days a week during the senior year. Like I said, it is individual for everybody. It is individual based on the employer's needs and the student's needs. But prior to doing that, in our 9th and 10th grade, we have what's known as something called career exploration. In other words, before you can figure out what you want to do in the 11th or 12th grade, you must learn what it's like to work. Not everybody understands what it's like to work. Not everybody understands or knows what they want to do when they grow up. So in our 9th and 10th grade years, we have a course called career exploration. And that course is for students who want to learn about careers because they're not really quite sure what they want to do. We use a term for it, we call it STEAM. It stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And between everything under STEAM is essentially covers most of the careers that a student may be interested in.